Okay, we're gonna get started. Okay, today is still March something, thank you, 16th, 2023. Welcome to the second voting session for the House Ways and Means Committee. First, House Bill 217, and we already spoke about the amendments. Did we move the amendments? Okay. Okay, any discussion on the amendments? Yes.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just to note, there's also one additional change that isn't reflected in what you had. It's simply a clarifying amendment to 9-1A17 to make clear that that notation there, that only does not, that section does not apply to the renewal of a video operation license. There was some concern by the agency that somehow that might be misconstrued to limit their ability to suspend or revoke or otherwise affect a license. And so in order to clarify that, we're just simply adding the clause, the renewal of, following the word to in line 14.
Delegate Henson.
Madam Chair, I had a question. I know that we spoke about the impact on particular counties. I want to make sure I'm clear on the bill scope. Does it impact all casinos, including the one in Anne Arundel County as well?
Yes, but.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Any other discussion on the amendments? Okay, all in favor of the amendments, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed, please say no. Okay, the amendment passes. Our motion on the bill as amended. Second. Okay, any discussion on the bill as amended? Delegate Buckle.
I know we all want to get out. I just wanted to quickly say that I appreciate the committee's work. I think this is probably a better overall formula. No offense to Delegate Ebersol to the original formula. I think it's a little bit more fair and easy to figure out long term. Doesn't require as much math, which I appreciate. Having said that, I would like to point out that the surrounding states in the casino market of our state, Pennsylvania, Delaware, Virginia, they don't have license renewal fees. If you're a facility in their place and you paid the original price to get into the market and you continue to pay your taxes and you're a good corporate actor and you pay your corporate taxes and you employ hundreds, thousands of people, you don't have to do this. And I think that I don't want to say this as a matter of fact because I can't do the math that quickly, but it appears to me, based upon the data, that if we adopt this bill, we'll have the highest renewal fee of the 22 commercial gaming states, the highest, and the 3 states in our direct geographic market will have 0. And to me, I look at the gaming numbers, as I'm sure all of us do who have casinos in our jurisdictions, they don't seem to be going up, but for MGM, who has the unique ability to draw the DC and Northern Virginia markets. There's not an operating casino in Northern Virginia today. When there is one, I suspect that MGM's revenues will be dramatically affected. And Maryland Live seems to hold fairly steady. The other 3 casinos, or the other 4 casinos in 3 of the smaller communities, including my own and in Baltimore City, seem to be extremely stagnant. And in fact, some months are down, and sometimes down significantly year over year from where they were a couple of years ago. And so I hate to impose these types of fees on them in general, and I'd like to see if there's a way to do it in a more broad-based way. So I just want to say that before we vote. I certainly intend to vote against. I'm sure the bill will pass. I understand that. But those are the reasons why I don't think that imposing these types of fees is in the best interests of the state. And, I don't think it's in the best interests of our partner, because that's what the casino gambling are. They are our partner. They have put billions upon billions of dollars into the Education Trust Fund. And we're happy to have that. And this, to me, is a little bit too far. Thank you.
Delegate Ebersol.
If I may just shed some light, one of the things that Maryland did, we were slow to enter the market in video lottery terminals. Because we were slow and paid attention, we understood what the market could bear, and we got one of the best deals with them. Short of Pennsylvania, which, by the way, much more heavily taxes their casinos than we do. So there's many levels to the competition that exists here. And I don't believe any of us buys something that has a license associated with it that doesn't think we're going to renew that license with a fee. Think about your automobiles, think about people who work in construction and they get licenses to do that. They all expect to pay a licensing fee. And there's no reason the casino shouldn't expect to have to contribute to continue to have the privilege of having one of the 6 exclusive casino licenses in Maryland. Some of these other states have many more that compete with each other in a very different way. We've given them a tremendous advantage here, and that advantage should be reflected in how they treat us. Thank you.
Any other discussion? Delegate Hartman?
Thank you, Madam Chair. If I can ask George, what years were used for the examples you gave as far as the fees?
The years are going to vary throughout that entire period. We were doing estimates from 2024 through 2032, and the years are based off of VRE's calculations and the trend lines, the established trend lines for growth for those casino revenues, generally speaking, between, I believe, 0.5% and 1.5%.
So you gave me a number that Ocean Downs would be paying annually, based on, I guess, the last 3 years. So would that be
Thereabouts,
2021, 22?
Yeah, I believe so.
So 20 was during COVID. How many months of that year was the casinos closed? Because that number is probably lower than the other years and would greatly skew
So
what those
if you
fees
give
are
me a
really gonna
moment, I
look
can
like.
give you what the potential regrowth is. 1 moment.
I'm just shedding light on the, you know what I mean, what we're seeing, what
So
may be
we're
realistic.
expecting at the next 5-year cycle, so we're looking at 2026, that was being estimated to be about $200,000 for Ocean Downs, and then come 2031, with the next 5-year cycle, that would be $210,000.
Okay, so you
as
didn't
that
have
gets
the
adjusted up.
2020 where half the year was closed? That wouldn't have been.
Yeah, no, I believe that
Okay.
we're kind of moving along, and so you're looking at, since this is starting in 26, you'd be looking at what the projected revenues are for 23, 24, and 25.
Thank you, that's very helpful. Appreciate it.
Any other questions, discussion? Okay, the motion is for a favorable on 217 as amended, and I will do a roll call. Madam Vice Chair.
Yes.
Delegate Ebersol.
Yes.
Delegate Patterson.
Yes.
Delegate Buckle. Delegate Charles. Delegate Hornberger is absent. Delegate Wells. Delegate Fair. Delegate Long. Delegate Miller. Delegate Henson. Delegate Miracle North. Delegate Grossman. Delegate Vogel. Delegate Wu. Delegate Hartman. Delegate Griffith is excused. He is testifying somewhere. Delegate Attar. Delegate Palakovich-Carr. Delegate Barnes. Delegate Feldmark. House Bill 217 passes favorably as amended. We have one more that we are secondary on, House Bill 707, and there are amendments. Delegate Barnes.
Thank you, Madam Chair. This departmental bill establishes a taxpayer advocate division in the Comptroller's Office to, among other duties, assist taxpayers in resolving problems with the Comptroller's Office. There's one amendment. The amendment specifies that staff members who have experience in the field of information technology shall serve as the division's webmaster and requires DBM in coordination with the Office of Comptroller to make appropriate allocations for personnel, including the reclassification of positions. Move the amendment.
Any discussion on the amendments? Okay, all in favor of the amendments, please signify by saying aye. Any opposed? Okay, motion on House Bill 707 is amended. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor of House Bill 707 as amended, signify by saying aye. Any opposed? House Bill 707 passes favorably as amended. Thank you, everyone. That concludes our voting session for today.